What's going on, guys, and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a Q&A, a very serious Q&A at that. Thank you very much to all who asked questions, mostly from Facebook, so let's get started. The first question is coming from Alan Palmer. How big is your... Oh, sorry, I'm out. See you later. The second question is from John Miller, and his question is, when you look to diet, do you go with a low carb, high protein, or high fat? So what I did for body power, and what I found works for me, is that I gradually reduce my carbohydrates down and gradually up my fats. You want to be roughly around 300 to 500 calorie deficit a day, 3,500 calorie deficit for the week, so you're roughly losing 1 pound of fat a week. From Robert Leet, and his question is, when did you start bodybuilding and why? Bodybuilding, I would say roughly, we'll say with fitness. I've started fitness since towards the end of school. The reason being, it was more towards football based. So I started off a position being right back, so you didn't really need to be the biggest. I then got moved to centre back. I was very skinny and I was always getting shoved off the ball. So that's why I started going to the gym, and it all kind of went from there. Question 4 is coming from Jai. His channel will be linked below. He's got a gaming channel, really good at editing, and he's got really good quality videos. And his question is, what is your favourite part of your recent holiday to America? I'd say the food, because the food was absolutely incredible within Disney, and then in Naples was just incredible. So yeah, it's got to be the food. Question number 5 is coming from Josh Wilkinson, and it is, what is your favourite children's TV show? I'm not too sure, to be honest. It may be Ed, Edd n Eddy. I did used to watch that a hell of a lot. The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and also Drake and Josh, that was a fan favourite as well. Question number 5 is coming from Fabian Bedard, and his question is, what is your current max on all compound lifts? So squat is currently at 120, bench is round about 97.5 for one, and deadlift I haven't done for a couple of months actually, so I wouldn't really know. 120 I'd say, but again I need to really test that one out. So squat is 120, bench is about 95, 97.5, and deadlift I'm not too sure. Question is coming from Remote Morton, and he asks, do you get better gains from doing compound movements over isolation movements? I'd say compound movements because you're using more muscles are being involved, but isolation movements are also important to break the muscles down also, so I say a combination of both. Jake Deemer Evans asks, would you ever run a powerlifting training cycle, and when are we going to collab again? The first part, I'd say yeah, why not? Probably give it a few months. I'm currently trying to put on as much muscle mass as possible over strength, let's say. But yeah, I really did enjoy the powerlifting cycle that I did. And when we're going to collab again, whenever you want. Mark asks, it's quite a funny one, is it true if you buy your chicken from Gainsbury's that you will put on more muscle than if you bought it from any other supermarket? Yes, scientific fact. Next question is coming from Brad, and he asks, what's the dream? My overall goal is to run my own business, a successful business, but I also want to help as many people as I can get fit and healthy. So primarily I think it would be help as many people as I can, because the amount of rewards that you get from that is ridiculous. And then the second part would be run my own business. Next question is coming from Matt, and he asks, if you could be a soup, what kind of soup would you be? It's a difficult question. I do like chicken and mushrooms, so I'm going to have to say that one. Alan comes back with another question. Do you wash clothes over your abs? Yes I do. I've just realised I've missed a question. Sorry James. His question was, what are your thoughts on the juicy juice? To be honest, I think it occurs within any high level sport. You know, there's so many different drugs that are being made up that can get around these tests. So for example, within bodybuilding, people, even within natural competitions, people are taking the drugs or, you know, injecting things within like 6 weeks of the competition or 4 weeks or whatever. It can be out the system by the time they get to the competition and they're tested. So you can never really be sure whether they are actually natural or not. Okay, enough blabbering. To answer the question, I think it's up to the individual. Okay, to wrap up this video, thank you very much to all who posted questions on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to make sure that I will try and answer as many as I can, and we'll be doing another Q&A maybe in a month's time, something like that, another serious Q&A. So thank you very much to all who posted questions, and don't forget to like the video if you did, and drop a like, I just said that, and subscribe. See you all in the next one. Peace.
This wall's been building in your